Okay. Hello, everyone. My name's Sugi Yamagawa, and today on VTubing My Slow Life Hobbies in My 30s, we're going to be making some of my favorite holiday season treats. Primarily, we're going to be making two, and then depending on seeing how stream goes, we might make one more, but we'll see about that. So, let us introduce tonight's recipes. Recipe number one is chocolate peanut butter balls. This one is probably my favorite holiday season treat of all time. I am a absolutely massive fan of chocolate and peanut butter. Reese's are the way to my heart. And then we have puppy chow, which is basically rice checks covered in chocolate, peanut butter, and a little bit of butter mixed in with it. So, like, both really good things, both really delicious. Both things that I enjoy terribly. So, we've already got the fire going, it's nice and warm, it's really helping to take the chill off. Because it is a pretty chilly night. Because we're at 36 degrees where I'm at. So, real nice and chilly. But I've got good thermals on, so. And that was a text notification from a friend. They saw a large seed on the ground and they picked it up and they immediately texted me and was like, "Hey Sugi, what's this?" And one of the things you gotta know about me as a human being is I am basically whenever my friends find a tree, a plant, anything that they don't know what it is, I get a text message. And they're like, "Hey Sugi, what's this? We want to know what this is, and you're the guy to call." So they call me. Okay, let's get that flap up there. And actually get to our butter. Because we've got to melt this butter. Because we're going to get started with the dough for peanut butter balls, because there's a very important step to those. Ooh. I've been getting a lot of like really good snaps out of the fire tonight. Chucks, there was like 3 minutes before I went live, there was a really big pop out of the campfire. Like really loud. I was like, whoa. I was like, man, I wish that happened live. But that did not happen. So let's see here. And this thing is just like attached. Hey. Okay. There we go. Now we have full access to our butter, because recipe calls for 1.5 sticks of aloe. Aloe is actually a old name for margarine, and you can basically sub butter for margarine. I went with butter because I already had some butter lying around, which was the half of my stick. And then I could just buy a package of this, because this butter here, this is basically 2 sticks of butter. And I needed an additional, so I needed 1.5 sticks for this, and then I'm going to need another half stick later for the puppy chow. So I figured, it's like, hey, I can use up 1 thing of butter if I just go the butter route. So that butter's gonna just sit there for now, and it's gonna warm up. It's gonna warm up, and it's gonna warm up a lot. So I don't know. I didn't completely food myself. So let's go ahead and get. So while the butter is melting, we can go ahead and prep rest of our ingredients here. With the next one, oh, whoops, wrong box of cereal. Wrong cereal, Sugi! Correct cereal. This is the cereal we need. Which, funny enough, I was actually digging through my pantry when I was sizing up my ingredient availability for today, and yeah, I had the box of Rice Krispies from last year, because I made so the peanut butter balls I did last year. I did those last year, but they are one of those things that will definitely be made every year. And also, like, it just gives me an excuse to actually sit down and make all this stuff. So we want 3 cups of Rice Krispies. And I'm not going to be particularly scientific about this. We are not baking today. We are just making confectionaries. If I was baking a product, I would be more concerned with the accuracy of my measures. Because that's actually, like, the biggest thing in baking is, like, you have to really make sure you have accurate measures with baking. General cooking, you can kind of fudge your numbers a bit. No big deal there. But with baking, you have to, like, definitely be, like, more on it. So we package those off to the side. That's our Rice Krispies in there. Now, which ingredient do I want to play with next? We'll do powdered sugar. Now, I do have a weakness, and my weakness is I've already I have opened up this package of powdered sugar. Ooh, nice pop! Which means I have subtracted from the amounts of this bag of powdered sugar, but I need 1 pound. But I have a 2-pound thing of powdered sugar. So essentially what this means is I have no real accurate way to judge how much sugar I have. Hey, that butter's melting though. Hell yeah to that. Will you sit there? Please sit there nicely. So, we're really just gonna eyeball this, because there's time. I've actually made this before, to where I have over-powdered sugar, which there's gonna be more notes once we actually get, like, the dough made. I'm gonna tell a little bit of a story at that point, because boy oh boy, being a guy digging through the box of family recipes, because it's like, oh man, I want to make that thing I really liked as a kid. So I think that's pretty close. We could probably do a little bit more powdered sugar. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But that's our powdered sugar. So we now have 3 of the ingredients for our dough. But we have a final ingredient. And that's peanut butter. Because you can't have peanut butter balls without the peanut butter, man. The peanut butter is what makes it good. Because, like, peanut butter is love. Peanut butter is life. You can't be living your best life if you don't have peanut butter in it. And we are all about living our best lives around here. Now, unfortunately, I have to measure this, and this is going to be the part of this is the part of this confectionery expedition I'm not too particularly excited for, because measuring peanut butter is a pain in the butt. But I will lick wrappers, so. That's good peanut butter. Oh man. There we go. Okay. Peanut butter's open. So I want to kind of designate this as my butter knife for now, and just a general knife. And we'll give that a nice little stir. That's still melting. I'm gonna need one more knife. Goodbye, butter knife. So, this is my current juggling act. Is scooping peanut butter out of here, adding it to my cup. Scooping peanut butter out of here, adding it to my cup. Scooping peanut butter out of here, adding it to my cup. And rinse and repeat, and rinse and repeat. Because I'm at least gonna get ballparky. I'm not super concerned about accuracy, I'm more concerned about making sure I have enough peanut butter for this to be good. Dear goodness, I need to concern myself with stirring that fire, but I'm not going to worry about doing any maintenance on the fire until I get this dough going. Because there's actually a really important lesson with making this dough. Man, I thought I bought too much peanut butter. I've already... Okay, this is getting really heavy. My cup. So we're just gonna pat that down. We are being a little bit short. That's kind of the issue if I'm not actually holding the jar. If I'm not holding the jar, I don't think it works, but it's pretty close. So that's cup one. We need 2 cups of the wonderfulness of peanut butter. I want to also keep that peanut butter off the handle of my spatula. Oof. But yeah, this is handling peanut butter. It's messy. It's kind of not. Actually, measuring out the peanut butter is a little bit of a pain. Sometimes you can just buy the amount you need, and then you can know you can just like scoop out the whole container and do your thing. That's ideal, but I actually needed peanut butter for 2 things, and the price was right for the organic peanut butter I bought, so purchase organic peanut butter I did. That's gonna go there. For now, this cup is gonna get set to the side. I need to grab butter knife. Give my butter over here a good stir, because I want to make sure I don't burn my butter. So often stirring is going to help a lot with that. Help a lot. And also, don't forget to take sips of your beer. Really important step when you're campfire cooking. Don't forget it. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna just try to hold my jar of peanut butter in between my legs here while I do my scoops. And the way this is good. How much do I need for the... Wowzers. How much do I need for... Okay, so the puppy chow only needs like a half cup of peanut butter. I was like, man, I'm blowing through this jar, because we're already way past the halfway mark on my jar. Way past that point. Let's get how much more can I get on here? We can definitely keep on keeping on. And then when it will be done, who knows? Who knows? We're getting real dang close though. And being generous. And I gotta say, like, a full cup of peanut butter has like a good bit of weight to it. Okay. Yeah. You know what? I did say I was going to be generous. just do an extra roll up peanut butter. Be generous. Okay. Let's make sure we're working that with the back of the blade. That's the straight side. It's gotta love how globby and sticky and how much of a general mess peanut butter is. Granted, I think that's part of the reasons that make it so tasty. That. Drop you. And. Sure. I don't like the idea of having so much peanut butter on my rim, but I want to clean up my. I want to clean up my container, man. Definitely. And I'm not gonna obsess too much, but we're gonna put a little bit of effort into that. You scrape you, come around to the other side, grab a little bit off that side, and we're gonna call that Dunzo. Ooh, yeah, that's a great idea. So, tonight's first great idea. Contain the mess for your peanut butter mess. Ooh, don't stay put. And I'm gonna set you down there. And peanut butter leads to over there. Okay, how's my butter doing? I've seen better days, but butter's looking really good. Awesome. Awesome. So, I don't think it's too terribly hot, but I'm gonna exercise a degree of caution here. And take a look. Add some melted butter. And then we're gonna add the melted butter to our dough. And that gets set off to the side. Because we're going to do some more melting later. So, actually, I suppose I don't have to wear gloves for this part, but. So, we now mix to create a dough. I lost powdered sugar. Add it back in. So for mixing this, I generally like to just bring it down over for the mixing of the dough. And then you know your dough is going to also be well mixed once it has a pretty even consistency. Because right now we still have all of our ingredients here. They're like clearly defined. So we're just gonna keep mixing. Because usually what I notice happens when you get a good mix on your dough, the white from the powdered sugar will turn yellow. You won't have the powdered white sugar anymore. It will slowly get incorporated into the peanut butter. But this is one of the more challenging aspects of tonight. Just getting this mix, because it's peanut butter, and it's not just peanut butter, it's cold peanut butter. Because this stuff's been sitting out here for at least probably an hour at this point. So our peanut butter is gone very, very stiff from the cold, but that's good. We want that for later. Because the thing about this recipe is first time I made it, the dough was very incredibly sticky. It stuck to my hands. I couldn't get the peanut butter would just stick to me, and I was like, why is this being so sticky? Like, what's going on? Like, I remember in the past as a kid, like rolling peanut butter balls with my family, and you could just like grab a dollop of dough, woodle, 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 bada bang, bada boom, you're good. I was like, what's going on? What's going on? And I was like, my recipe is deficient somehow. Which, I thought I'd written on it what my deficiency was. But my deficiency was, I didn't chill the dough enough. That was my issue. Because you have to let the dough get cold. Because if the dough... Did I hear a hiss of water? Doesn't look like the kettle's boiling over. Does not look like it's boiling over at all. Okay. I think we're getting a really good mix. Is that gingerbread? No, it is not. Sky Casino Manager Sigma 4032. It is not gingerbread dough. This is... It is chocolate peanut butter balls dough. So, I'm actually subbing the aloe for butter. But it's essentially butter, Rice Krispies, peanut butter, and powdered sugar. It is a dough made of those four ingredients. I should have done a better job of cleaning my rim. Absolutely delicious. But I think I've got a pretty good mix on this. It's very consistent, it's very uniform in color and texture, which is what I'm looking for with it. It's chilling quicker than I expected, which is technically a good thing. Oh, was that from my... It sounded like it came from my container. Jeepers creepers. Okay. Let's see, I think we're gonna call that pretty dang good. That is good. Oh dearie. I'll park you there for now. So, the big secret to handling this dough well later, to actually like make the little peanut butter balls, is you have to chill it. You have to let it get cold. Because right now, well, this was room temperature. Now, granted, it's like 35 degrees outside right now. So, normally, if you're making this at home, you'll take this and you'll throw it in the freezer for like an hour or so. That will give enough time for the dough to chill down. It's also another reason why I chose to use this metal bowl today, was it will better help conduct heat, which, if I'm going to be extra, I'm going to be extra, because we're actually going all natural route tonight. And I'm just going to kind of spread it out. Because what's going to happen to this dough for the chilling process is I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to set it behind me. And that's all I'm doing. And it's going to sit there. It's going to sit there for a period of time. And then when it's ready to be rolled, I can roll it, because it's colder than the fridge outside right now. Woo! I'm also out of Heineken. Well, Heineken Zero. But I'm also lacking on Campfire, and this is the type of weather where Campfire gets gets all the appreciation here. So let's get my kettle off. This big hunk of cast iron wonder. Hey now. Just because you want to have an attitude fire doesn't mean it's okay. Yeah. We're really burnt down. But we're gonna fix that. Oh boy, we're gonna fix that. So, we're gonna fix it with 1, 2 fresh logs for now, I think. Oh god. Are you gonna bake with that fire? We're not baking today. The confectionaries I can make, well, today's game plan is to actually make confectionaries that just require essentially melting chocolate and butter. So this is all stuff that can be like done over top. That's also the reason I got my kettle here. My kettle is gonna boil water for me because I'm gonna need very warm water for my double boiler. Now, granted, that water is quite warm right now. I really don't need to have it like on the fire. Off to the side is fine. That'll be more than enough. And who knows? Maybe maybe the little floodlight will come back on once that warms up. So now that we have a nice roaring comfy fire, we can do our second gold one, which is athletics golden ale. Well, actually, upside down golden. So, we've got our chocolate peanut butter balls. We've got our dough chilling out for now. Simply, wow, real nice plume of steam there off the kettle. But yeah, dough's is going to be chilling on this for a period of time. The period of time is going to be as reasonably as long as I can make it, ideally an hour. Which is the reason we're going to move on to recipe number 2. And this is also why I had to do 2 tonight, is we're going to do puppy chow next. So puppy chow is a confectionery made with a rice Chex base that you then take chocolate chips, peanut butter, and regular butter, and then powdered sugar, and then you basically mix everything in a bag. So melt chocolate, peanut butter, margarine, stir, and Chex. Okay, so we start with the base, and then we stir in. Okay, how do I want to go about this is the real question. Because if we're going to be melting a whole bunch of different things, it might be time for the double boiler to make its appearance. Let's grab. Ooh, nope. So, I'm going to need to grab the bottom of that cast iron kettle. These are goat skin gloves. Don't use goat skin gloves for that. You will ruin your goat skin gloves if you do that. Instead, you need to go with like a heavier, more thermal, basically barbecue style glove. Because I'm gonna need to get me some water out of that. So come over here, you. I've got to grab the bottom, pour out my water. that kettle is going to live off to the side. You will take the place of my water bottle. There we go. That's the water for the double boiler. And unfortunately, I am getting ahead of myself. I am getting very much ahead of myself. But I can do this next step sort of like this, maybe. I don't know. We'll try it. If this doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But if you do a fair amount of like cooking over the fire, a really good pro tip is to use any sort of liquid dish soap. And what you're going to want to... Actually, do I have a container of sorts? I can make a container of sorts. So, I'm going to use this old butter wrapper and just make a small little well of dish soap in it. I'm going to grab this, dip my finger, and then I'm going to rub dish soap all around my pot. The purpose of the dish soap is it actually kind of creates a protective layer between the pot and the soot. So it actually makes it really easy to clean post-cooking. Granted, the water has made the bottom of this pot very warm. So I was like, I can probably do this, but probably not. But hey, boundless optimism here. We believe in boundless optimism. Worst case scenario, I don't get super good coverage, and I end up with a slightly dirtier pan. Which if I can give myself less mess to clean up, I would certainly appreciate it anytime I can do that for myself, but sometimes life doesn't work out that way. Okay, so we got okay-ish coverage, and that just can sit there. And what did I do with the top? Hello, top. I thought you were gonna add soap into the food. No. Oh, no. The soap's just to make a protective layer for easy cleanup. Because one of the reasons why I seriously think one of the reasons why people don't do these style of streams very much is simply due to the fact of how much of an absolute mess you make that you then have to clean up. It's atrocious, the levels of mess you have to deal with during cleanup. So, we're going to go ahead and start melting our mix here. And we're going to get started with our good friend Buttercoon. Ooh, nice pop. Nice pop. So, make it easier for the butter to melt. I'm just gonna cut it into like little slices, like essentially almost like a cheese slice. I'm just gonna help. I'll just move that a little bit further onto the fire. And if it starts boiling over, then that means I've got it too hot. Buttercoon! I love butter. I hope we're butter appreciators here. And butter makes everything better. At least in the American South. In the American South, butter always makes everything better. And I also think they cook with tallow a lot in the American South. So, I am interested in using up all my butter. Or at least it's reasonable. That's reasonable. That's reasonable. Which, actually, you know what? I might want that to stir things. And that gives me a clean place to set things. Excellent. So, that is that, and next is chocolate! Chocolate! Okay, what we got? Oh, wait a second. We're using... Yeah, okay. We'll do a mix. We'll do a mix. Butter's amazing. Yeah! We like butter. Butter's great. So, in my interest to... What is it? Oh, that's how... Oh. I was fiddling with the end of this bag, trying to figure out... Okay, how did I open this last time? That's how I opened it last time. But yeah, we're going to be going in with, apparently, allergy-friendly, 72% cocoa dark chocolate chunks. I think this is the leftover from when I made the miso fudge brownies. So, that bag's done. Done. And then, from there, we're going to transition to semi-sweet. How come the package is open from the center? So, funny enough, the package got damaged at like the store because when I brought this home, there was some. So here's like my grocery bag, whatever. There were some bits of chocolate. That works. Okay, sorry about that. I set that grocery bag on some of my wires, and my setup did not appreciate that. But yeah, the bag was already... There was like a really small nick in the bag from the grocery store. So I just opened it from there. But yeah, we're going to go with semi-sweet. That's generally what I go with for a lot of these confectionaries, because, you know. And then we're just going to dump a bag in there. I hear chips. I hear chips. There's chips in there. There's chips in these bags. How many? How many? No chip gets left behind. Oh wow, oh wow. 3 whole chips. 3 whole chips. So, give my little thing of swirls here. Oh gosh, light mode. So we're gonna turn you off. So it's really close to a cup. And we need a cup. I had a knife. I believed in owning knives once. Huh. There's my knife. I like a knife. We like knives around here. And good evening, Dad's Old Chop. I hope you're having a good day. Let's put... Arkin's having a good day. Okay. There we go. That is 1 cup of chocolate chips from a variety of sources. So, woo! Snap, crackle, and popping immensely. Delightful. So, let's just go ahead and give... Holy smokes. Chocolate just insta-melting. Insta-melting chocolate. Doing good. I didn't sandbag in volleyball last night. Donated blood after work today. Nice. Nice. Yeah, my next donation date isn't until the 20th. Will be when I can donate blood next time. Wow, that chocolate just like insta-melted. And also, hello to you, Yoshiharu. I hope you're having a good day too. We're having a pretty good day so far. So we got chocolate, we have butter. Next is oof. An extremely dangerous thing. A cup covered in peanut butter. Incredibly dangerous creature. Oh. Man, I am just getting... It's like the terrible thing when you work with peanut butters. You just get everything covered in peanut butter. But... why is it dangerous? Because once you have peanut butter on like one object, that object transfers the peanut butter to all the other objects around you. And then before you know it, you don't have enough paper towels to wipe peanut butter off your hands. And then you just start transmitting the peanut butter to everything else. Even though peanut butter is very delicious. It is incredibly delicious. It is incredibly delicious. It is wonderful. It is amazing. I love it dearly. If someone were to say nasty things about peanut butter, well, I probably wouldn't beat them up, but I would certainly have a disfavorable opinion of them. That I would. See it off the surface to solve the issue. Oh man. Then people would accuse me of being uncivilized, which, I mean, I already am. But then I just have to, like, fully embrace my uncivilizedness. But yeah. So I'm going to actually call that roughly... I'm going to call that half a cup of peanut butter. Because we need a half cup for the puppet chow. And we're going to seal the deliciousness away for another time. There we go. That is sealed for another day. I should not put that in there. There's baking sheets I need access to later. So, I'm just gonna add in our peanut butter. Which, granted, warming this up is actually gonna help it easy to mix. Which, oh boy, this is gonna be exciting. I gotta think, because I've got logistics. There's logistics, man. There's logistics to confectionaries. Why does no other nut make as good butter as peanuts so much expense for a fraction of a peanut's power? Oh wait, that just fell off. I know, right? Peanut butter's incredible. Wallop that in there. Wallop, yay! Granted, the funny thing is I think it's also because that peanut butter is also technically a legume. It's not actually a nut. We just call it a peanut. It's because that's how we think about it. Granted, it's one of the things I always think about when it comes to peanuts is their use in Thai cuisine when peanuts are not native to Thailand. Granted, that also goes for peppers for that matter. Peppers are not native to Thailand. Drop. And get another drop. Please, please, please. Thank you. Yay! Stir vigorously. Well, maybe not necessarily vigorously, but a fair amount of stirring. A certain fair amount of stirring. Those are the urban chickens you're looking for. Those are the urban chickens you're looking for. Oh no! Mr. Spock's here, and he's trying to get me to start having chickens. But joke's on you. I actually follow another VTuber. Oh yeah, also the overlap in Southeast Asian and Mexican, Latin, American cuisine. Yeah. That is really well stirred at this point. But yeah, Mr. Spock, and also hello and welcome in. I'm not gonna fall for the Jedi mind trick because I follow a person online, and I get to listen. Well, they certainly like to complain about all the times that they have to move chicken feed, and also complain about the fact that they have pickled so many chicken eggs to the point where they're running out of storage space in their various food storage boxes that have temperature control settings. People typically call them fridges, but I don't know how to use big words like that. Okay, I need a bucket. Well, not necessarily a bucket. I need a bin. I need a bin. I need a big bin. Oh, not that bin. We're gonna skip that bin. We have to skip that bin because that has my name written on it. We move our... create a little bit of space here. A little bit of space. That's all I ask. That is all I ask. Space! Oh, Diddy dog! We did it! I didn't believe it was possible. Okay. Now, we get to bust out cereal number 2. Oh, 2 chickens are not a lot of eggs. You know what? Fair. Fair. 2 chickens is not a lot of eggs. Granted, I suppose I could probably find people to pawn eggs off on. But... Rice Jack cereal is going to be cereal number 2 of the night. Knife. Poke. Cut. Opens as VTuber. That's how the saying goes, right? Opens as VTuber. So I want 9 cupperoonies. So if we fill this, that's basically 2 cups. That's 2 cups of the checks. That is 4 cups of checks. That is 6 cups. 8 cups. And that's 9. 5 to 6 eggs. And the critters got them? Oh, okay. So, this is the remainder of my, 9 cups of cereal. Guess what's happening to this stuff? Embrace the chaos. Embrace your chaotic nature. Just throw your cardboard. Just dispose of your cardboard in the fire. Granted, I don't burn trash. I'm not gonna burn plastic. Burning plastic is bad. Don't do that, chat. You can burn cardboard. I can permit that. But we don't burn plastic. Plastic has to be disposed of appropriately. And by appropriately, throw it away. Don't try to recycle. Well, there's certain plastics that are better to recycle than others. Where's a handy-dandy mixing knife? So we got melted chocolate, peanut butter, and margarine. And then it's like sticking the checks. And I'm like, nope. That's not how this is going to go, buddy. That is certainly not how this is going to go, bucko. Because, bucko, we are not bringing the checks to our melted ingredients. The melted ingredients are coming to our checks. Huh, some of the chocolate looks like it's still a little lumpy. Not with that amount of... Ooh, no, this is not the good... Wait a second. Oh no, don't be thinking of licking knives, Sugi. You're not a barbarian. You're civilized. Maybe, possibly, I don't know. There was that one time I just made tempura out of lawn weeds on stream. That was fun. No, or, or just be like, screw thinking, only do. Oh wow. Oh no, we went into dark mode. We're in dark mode now. And we're gonna put that pot back on there. Let's bring up the light. Ah, too much light, too much light. Oof, lots of fire though. Ooh. Sugi likes big fire. Cheers. And then with that, the cardboard box is gone. I have disposed of it. Appropriately, I might ask. So, we're going to go ahead and begin stirring, and a stirring, and a stirring. With the main goal of the stirring is to get as much of this chocolatey, peanut buttery goodness covered on all of our checks. Because we want to make sure we have as even coverage as we can, so that way the powdered sugar will stick to the chexes. Because that's how we make deliciousness happen. That is how we make deliciousness happen. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is looking incredible. I'm gonna be a happy camper after this. I'm gonna be a fat, happy camper, guys. Who would think that would be possible? But yeah, look at it. Look at it. It looks beautiful. So beautiful. Such beautiful chocolatey goodness. Ooh, yeah. I also like that idea. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Finalizing thoughts. Thoughts have been finalized. Ooh. So, I have with me here a big plastic bag. Coincidentally, this plastic bag is the plastic bags that my favorite pizzas from Costco, they give you this little plastic bag to get 3 pizza crusts, and they're sourdough pizza crusts. They're really good pizza crusts. Which, pro tip, if you have a Costco membership, pick those up. They're really good stuff. They're a sourdough pizza kit. They come with crust and sauce, and they're made in Canada. So we're gonna just scoop our mix into our bag. And I'm hoping this works out. There's a lot of hope. Not sure if it's gonna be. Not sure if it's gonna work out, but I'm a VTuber who dares to dream. Whoa, light mode again. Oh man, look at that glistening chocolatey goodness. Chocolate, campfire, alcohol. Well, alcohol that doesn't have alcohol in it. Good times, good times. Which part of the reason why I'm having the non-alcoholic alcohol is because I'm going to be eating a lot of calories over the next few days. For example, this blonde from Athletic has 45 calories per can. Really low in calories. Super low in calories. Which is good. I bet a bourbon chocolate mix would go crazy. I mean, I still technically have that bottle of Evan Williams bottled in bond that I use, because I bought that bourbon for the persimmon bread I made. I don't know if using this as a scooper is efficient. No, it is terribly inefficient. Granted, I think it's granted, I think it's funny that I'm the guy from Kentucky, and you're the guy telling me I need to put bourbon in things. Normally, this would go the other way around. But historically, I come from a family background that didn't have a lot of alcohol, so I don't use a lot of alcohol in my cooking. And these are also like family recipes. Oh, that is funny. I'm from a much more beer-heavy area. Yeah. I am literally from Bourbontown, Louisville, Kentucky. Yet, I'm a beer guy. Granted, Louisville is home to one of the very few original styles of beer native to North America, well, to America, and that is a beer style called the Kentucky Common, which is actually a beer style that originated in this area due to the unique qualities of our water. Which also, by the way, Louisville, Kentucky has like the best, well, we're competitors with New York City for best tap water in the country. Which is one of the sucky things that happens when I travel. Because when I travel, all the water just doesn't taste up to snuff. It just tastes terrible. Well, generally tastes terrible, but I will say this to you, Columbus, Ohio. Your tap water tastes like pool. Damn Ohio. Can't make water with that. Well, leave it to a state like Ohio to not have tap water. Well, Ohio can't make their tap water drinkable unless they put enough chlorine in it to make pool water. But that's just that. My tap water's fine, unlike some of my family out in fracking. Ooh, where they can light their water on fire. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, if you can light your water on fire, that's a problem. That's certainly a problem. Okay, so we have our puppy chow in a bag. Now, I'm not. How scientific do I wish to be with this? How scientific do I wish to be with this? You know what? Screw it. We'll be scientific because I actually have extra if I need it. So I need 2 cups of powdered sugar here that I cannot get out of my bag because reasons. Oh no! Come on! Oh! Explosion! Explosion! There's sugar. Man, this is powdered sugar, so we can make an explosion with this. Oh man, that would be a fun stream. Like, testing kitchen ingredients to see if we can make explosions out of them. But that definitely sounds like something a certain other content creator would do, which I don't think he's done that, but it would be fun to beat him to that punch. Like, testing what is the most explosive kitchen ingredient. Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be terribly fun. So yeah, all of our powdered sugar goes into our bag. I mean, I'm a guy. I like explosions. I am a explosion level. Powdered sugar is very high on that list. Exactly. We can make kitchen explosions, and then rate the explosions. That'd be such a fun thing to do. Oh my gosh, I have idea. Oh my gosh, that's an idea. That is an idea. Okay. Now, I don't fully trust my seal here. Oop, pretty click. I think we're good. So. Oh. Hello, I would watch that. So for now, we toss the bag. Actually, I like doing it. I like this. It's like I'm throwing the bag at chat. So, since I'm putting a lot of faith in my... Oh, are we bursting at the seams? I don't see any bursting at the seams. Oh. Nope, no. Okay, keep tumbling. Keep on tumbling. Because if you tumble the mix, it's a lot easier to get an even coating of your powdered sugar. Which is why you want to use like the big bag route versus just mix it into your bowl and do a mix. Like sort of like how we did like the chocolate coating. That's why I coated it in a bowl beforehand. And we're doing the mix this way. Okay. I'd say we're doing really good on coating. Let's take a look at it. Oh my goodness gracious, guys, look! Puppy Chow! Puppy Chow. Puppy Chow. Puppy Chow. Now, thing is, I do need a container to store this in. Because I don't want to keep it in the bag. I want to keep it in a big open container. Oh, wait. Oh, I can actually clean this up quickly. Oh, we can clean this up quickly. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. Ooh, we're gonna do that. We're totally gonna do that. Hot water, I choose you! Now, if I stick my hand in it, I'll get burned. And remember, it's always a bad day to get burned. I'm still recovering from a burn on the back of my hand. Don't play with torches, kids. Ooh, that's warm. But it's warm, but it's not hot. That's not too super hot. It's not super hot. Okay. Break. Haha. I bet watching a VTuber clean a pan wasn't on your bingo card for today, and yet here you are. Also, by the way, thank you for being here. It's fun seeing people put up with my silly antics. Come on, let's go over here. Now, I do have a slight confession to make. And the slight confession is, I haven't prepared any paper towels prior to today's stream. I do. Fling! Damn. I really wish I had a paper towel for this. That was definitely a... Because now it's all wet. Because I don't... That didn't work out. Maybe. No. I'm not going to discount it. I have options, though. I have that bowl and this one. Okay, you know what? We're going to go with this bowl. Use your sleeve. Okay. Well. I already have had to wash this coat specifically because of the margarita pizza stream. I washed it last weekend. I don't want to wash it again. It's too soon. Too soon, man. I should only be washing my coats like once a month tops. There we go. It's less you buy if I... Ooh, yeah. That will work. The reason I originally did not want to use this Tupperware container is because it has my name on the bottom of it. But believe it or not, I actually do go to potlucks. Not all VTubers just stay home and do stuff. But yeah. Did I get all my checkses? I got all my checkses. However, though... Oh! Sorry about that. But... since Mr. Spock wishes me to embrace my inner barbarianism, I have ripped open my bag. And I now shall proceed to engage in the ultimate chef's privilege of licking the bag. Oh my god. Oh my goodness gracious, this is some good licking. Okay. Licking achieved. That's enough barbarianism. I do not have enough fire. I desire more fire. Fire. I like fire. It warms my soul. It warms my bones. It makes beer taste good. That's evil and not sharing. See, that's the thing, Mr. Spock. When you're the individual making the confectionery, you get to, and that is the ultimate privilege of the maker of the confectionery. Oh, wait. Oh, dearie. I did not bring any glassware. Jiminy Crickets. Okay. So, I'm going to finish this off. And I'm going to throw the BRB screen on. And I'll be back after I empty myself of fluids. Because I've got a very special thing I'm going to try out on stream. So, I'll see you all here after a few. And we're back. And also apparently in dark mode. But that's fine. That's fine. But yeah. Let's give the puppet jack a bit of a taste. Oh, wow. Mmm. That crunch. A bit of chocolatiness, peanut butteriness. But also some good sweetness from like the sugar. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. But time to try a thing that I made a little while ago. And also did it on stream. We are going to be taste testing cider. Now, okay. So, one of the things with the cider, I ended up taste testing it. Oh boy. Oh, this is exciting. Oh boy, this has gotten exciting. This has just gotten exciting. Well, what time is it? Oh yeah, it is that time. Okay. Oh. I'm not 100% sure if the camera's picking it up quite as much, because I am actually under a little bit of shelter here. The snow has begun. The snow. I wish to have some kind, sir, of the cider, or of the sweets, or why not both? But yeah, I put a bottle of this in my fridge yesterday, and my hand knocked the side of the swing top of the cap. The cap came off very quickly, and I basically had like a mini cider fountain this tall that I then had to clean up, which was kind of a big set. So I am opening this with the utmost caution. The utmost caution. So I'm gonna try to just I want to slowly open this, is what I want to do. Is the goal. There we go. Hissing. 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 Carbonation being released. Ooh, look at that! Good. Pressure. The carbonation's releasing. Ha! Little does Mr. Spock know of Sugi Yamagawa's Bomb Squad days. But yeah, I probably have overcarbonated the cider. How much? It's still going. It's still going. Eventually, I will get to be able to take my hand off of this. But the CO2 just keeps dissolving out of the suspension. Now, it's just a hard fruit soda. Yeah. Oop, got a little bit of spillage. Nothing big deal. No big deal. Holy smokes, fire! Oh man. But hey, you know what? I don't have a soda fountain right now, so I'm okay with that. I am really okay with that. But because I was wondering whether or not I should carbonate this, and I read some stuff online that said, "Oh, you can carbonate it fine," and I was like, "Okay." And I carbonated it like how I do beer, and that was apparently a massive mistake. The solution is to put it in a hole in the pot, and it spills all in the pot, not what is it? Right? Did you have one before? I was. So the thing is, I was actually intending to put one of these in my fridge for today's stream, and well, that as I went to set it, I accidentally blew it up. Which actually, I am liking Mr. Spock's idea. I just need to find something. The power in my thumb is incredible. Whew. Okay. Open in your mouth and hold it for dear life. I'm not that brave, man. But for now... Oh no! Oh no! There's so much power! There's so much power! Oh my gosh! Look at all this carbonation! I would have been here so long trying to release this carbonation. Oh gosh. Pompeii! Ah, what a wonderful day to think of the Roman Empire. Bombs disarmed. Oh man, I love it. Oh my goodness gracious. And it just keeps going. Whoa, is there no chat delay today? I've been trying to more consistently set my latency to 0, or well, so OBS gives me 3 options. I'm trying to take the low option, even though I think it's a little bit harder on my equipment, but I'm also not trying. Ooh, nice pop. But I'm not trying to like run any games or anything, so yeah, okay. Now, which really we did not lose a lot. We didn't have a lot of like cider in that, but hey, you know what? Let's start pouring this bad boy. Let's commit to the pour. For the pour. And there we go. And there we go. Pineapple kombucha final guess. Yes! So, Sir Haggle, what had happened is I did bowl ciders you pour out for the homies. No, Dad's old shop. No. This is first taste. Use it for cooking. Man, now, okay, first off, I had Dad's old shop coming in here, being a negative influence, saying I should put bourbon in my chocolate. And now we have putting cider into my cooking. We have... Man, why are we just a bunch of alcoholics here? It's not like I make alcohol on this channel or anything, but yeah. Like, tasting notes time. I am very much genuinely impressed with how much apple flavor I got out of this. Like, this tastes like a cider. It tastes like a cider, and not only does it taste like a cider, it has really, like, good apple flavor. We're actually helping you because the alcohol will evaporate. We're actually... So... Sorry for caring so much. Don't worry about it. But everything we're making today is not stuff that is being cooked. So, dish number 1. Well, the first thing that actually... when you drink too much, the doctor says you have a problem. When you cook with it, they say you're a good cook. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? But yeah, we just finished making puppy chow, which doesn't involve any actual like cooking. You don't bake the thing. We're not making anything baked. Now, I'm totally down for using alcohol if I were to do like a baked thing, or maybe even like some other types of cooking, that sort of stuff. Ooh, we're back on light mode. But boy, oh boy, do I like this stuff. Like, has like really good apple flavor for one. Biggest thing I noticed. Number two, it has a good little bit of body to it, which is nice, which is really, really, really nice. Because a lot of ciders can tend to be a little bit watery. This actually has some body to it. I didn't put like a lot of honey into this. I probably put like a cup of honey into it, which gave it like a good little bit of body to it, which makes it like more it has a more substantialness to it. But yeah, like in terms of like the apple flavor the apple flavor is just great. Considering the fact when I did juicing of the apples, I essentially had like maybe a little bit more than like 2 gallons of juice. What was the yeast you used again? Oh gosh. Did I take a picture of it? Because I think I used the champagne yeast. I have... Now the thing is, if I wanted to, I could... Because if I use a yeast for the first time, I will save the yeast packet just as to have like a reference, and I have like a space where I store all my yeast, because the yeast will have like storage directions, use conditions, and I'd like to just keep that stuff for like a reference. But I want to say I used a champagne yeast. I need to find my Photos app. Because did I make that in November or December? That was probably December. Yep, that was December. And I don't have any images of my yeast. I could find it out. Real fizzy champagne yeast? I don't think I used it as champagne yeast. It was a type of wine yeast. This is a good thing the bottle didn't explode. Well, here's the thing. The reason why I exercised all that caution was I went to... Because originally I was planning to do my first tasting today for this stream. Well, when I went to take one of these swivel top bottles and put it in my fridge, when I went to set it down, I let the bottle slip out sort of a little bit like that, and when my thumb hit the swivel mechanism, it popped out of its little seat, and I had a cider geyser like this tall coming out of the bottle and going into my fridge. Now, granted, I did have probably about a little bit more than what I have in here in terms of cider left. Granted, these bottles hold a lot of cider. They hold a whole lot. What's really interesting with the cider that I've noticed is there's, as it goes down the back of your throat, you get a little bit of a sort of apple peel taste to it, which, holy smokes, which I think is kind of like one of the things that it's one of the things that stands out. But also, like, I am, for a first-time cider maker, the fact that I just have an absolute rock-solid cider to enjoy, I'm just absolutely ecstatic. Ooh, holy smokes. I'm just ecstatic. And stop being so violent. I will throw more wood at you because, well, it's kind of chilly. But that's the thing with this. This is just really dang good. Really dang good. Really happy with it. Really happy with the puppy chow too. Today's a really good day for the nail top. What? Weird. Does it have perceptual sweetness? Ooh! Let me try that out. I would say like there's a little bit of sweetness to it, but there's also like a, because apples are really rich in malic acid, which is one of the things that makes apples taste a little bit tart, but it's got like a nice sweet tart balance to it, like, which I think is really good. Like this is just a solid as it is cider. It's nothing fancy. It's not one of those ciders that use kiwi. Granted, kiwi and the cider can do some really good things for a cider, but it is just a good, rock solid, semi-sweet cider, which for a first shot, I'm happy as a clam. I am happy as a clam with it. Really good stuff. Now, the weather is taking a turn for the worst because the outside environment is going to start to look like this puppy chow here soon. Sort of. So, we should continue our culinary journey today. If I can extract a cookie sheet without engaging in unspeakable violence. There we go. Cookie sheet. Let's get some wax paper. Wait. I thought I opened this. I have not opened my purchase. I thought I had opened this. That I clearly have not. Now I have to find a knife. Why do I do this? Granted, I am also taking care of a goal tonight, if you will. Or at least doing something that I've wanted to do, just to say I have. And that is, I'm streaming in the snow. Well, not like snow all around snow, but like actively falling snow. And not wood ashes. Normally it's wood ashes. Ooh, what does it smell like? Let's see here. Ooh, nice apple smell. Turn it now. How dare you make me do things the right way? Ooh, apple, sweet smell. Nothing really super more discernible than that. Oh wow. Parchment paper. Get door. You go over there. Whew. Ah, maybe it needs to age longer. Ah, okay. Well, right now this is only bottle number 2. So, and because I think it's been I think going into this upcoming weekend, where I'm at like 3 weeks in the bottle. Okay, I've got wood. I'm certainly going to use it. And there we go. Okay, now here is our peanut butter ball dough that has been sitting. It's been sitting outside with me, chilling. Normally, you'd put this in the freezer to chill it. Well, the outside is basically a fridge right now. We're slowly moving into freezer territory. How's Steph? Oh, wow. This is Steph. This is Steph. Great. Okay. So, this should roll well. I hope. I hope it rolls well. Because that's my least favorite thing about this. Is if it doesn't get cold enough, this dough, it's very sticky. It's very sticky and will just go, oh, perfect. 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 That's what you want your hands to look like. You don't want to have dough on your hands. Awesome. I had one cider go from tart to estery. Apparently, alcohol plus acid equals esters. Ah, very nice. But yeah. But yeah. We're gonna be rolling. We're gonna be rolling. Go behaving 2 streams in a row, Christmas cake. Oh, can't Sugi dream that things might go his way occasionally? Well, maybe a little bit more than occasionally. Or who knows, maybe Sugi might get good at dough. I mean, granted, I wouldn't even really call this dough. This isn't like, it's not a wheat dough. It's basically like a cookie dough. It's more straightforward. I was just a little bit concerned whether or not, and we're back in dark mode, whether or not it would behave right with whether or not I would get it cold enough using just outside air temperatures. Granted, you guys, I might show you guys a picture of my car. Well, now I'll just like probably move the camera to show you my car. That still is a dough. Desserts are dough or batters. If it ain't a batter, it's a dough. Man. Dental shop, if I didn't know any better, I would say you went to culinary skill. Oh, dang it. Culinary school. Man, I'm gonna want a fork or something to break this up. It is pretty stiff. Which is honestly good, because it's not super sticky to me. Great. Getting a thin coating after doing a couple of these, but that's fine. That's acceptable. Oh, my morning tomorrow might be interesting, though. Let's see if we can wait a little bit. Get some chunks up. There we go. We do appreciate nerds around here, though. We like a good nerd. Just I'm a tree nerd. I'm not a culinary nerd. I'm just a culinary enthusiast. But for trees, I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd for trees. Granted, actually, one of my local breweries in local craft brewery shenanigans actually made a beer called Sapsucker. It was an English mild, and they made it with sap from a tree and some of its bark. And I tried that beer, and it was actually pretty good. It's reasonably good. Reasonably good. They used bark, and it had the tannins, and had a bit of a bark extra flavor to it. Ooh. Birch beer. I don't think it was a birch beer. I think they either used maple. I'm pretty sure they used maple. Rather than make maple syrup, they just used the sap to make a beer. But yeah, birch beer does exist. Granted, that would also be a fun try. It's just I would have to find me a whole bunch of birch trees. And the problem about where I live, birch trees are typically found in people's yards. In people's yards that are not my yard, and they might complain if I tap their trees. It's a bit of a concerning situation. They may not be happy with me. Okay. That's real nice, and they're trying not to use too much pressure, but to make these, try homemade root beer if you're a root beer fan. I do like root beer. I do want to make homemade root beer. Actually, some of my woodwork. So, bit of a story. A couple years back, I saw a guy selling sassafras lumber for $1 a board foot. $1 a board foot for hardwood lumber. And I pounced on it and bought like 400 board feet of sassafras lumber. And I built a couple the main project I bought that lumber for was to make my buddy a L-shaped desk. And well, the thing is, Dad's old shop, he had a shipment of wow, that was a nice spark. That was a real nice spark. He had a shipment of walnut coming in, and he needed to make room for it, so he was pricing it to get rid of it. And he actually lived pretty close to me. He actually delivered it for me because I showed up in the Toyota Corolla to pick up 400 square feet. Well, 400 board feet of sassafras lumber. That was 5/4. It was 5/4 hardwood lumber for $1 a board foot. And now the snow is actually intense enough for you guys to see. That is an obnoxiously large peanut butter ball. That is nearly the size of a golf ball. I'll still eat it though. That was a thing. I should also I should focus on making some small. It means I have to do more dough rolling, but that's fine. I can live with that. It just means you guys are stuck with me for longer. Oh man, I've been doing all this work, all this time. I completely forgot about my union cider break. I better take that. Remember, life's good in the unions. Ooh. Tastes of jet fuel and pineapple. Nice. Very nice. Good to hear that's going along nicely. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good size. Pretty good size. For those. Goodness gracious, I need to break up some more of this stuff. Break that chunk up. Peel that off the bottom. Which I'm trying to do any of my big lifts with tools. I really don't want to dig my hands into the dough mixture. If I dig my hands into the dough mixture, my hands are gonna... I'm gonna... Admittedly, after I finish rolling all these balls, I'm probably gonna just, like, go to town on my hands. My hands are gonna taste amazing. can. Really shames me. I don't think I can turn up my mic enough to capture the sound of the snow falling. But yeah, one of the big techniques for like rolling is you kind of want to just do circles. If you do your hands in like circles around each other, you get pretty nice balls that way. Get real nice balls. So, see, take a lump in between the hands, run your hands in a circle motion in opposite directions. Bada bang, bada boom, ball of dough. That's tasty and delicious, and not particularly nutritious. That's the most important part, by the way. If we made this stuff nutritious, it wouldn't taste as good. But yeah, I really should. I need to make a couple. I need to focus on making more that are smaller like that. You know how eggs are expensive? Yeah, well, I don't buy enough eggs to worry about the price, honestly. Because the only time you can use banana as the binder. Ooh, using a banana as the binder. Okay. I mean, this dough is just butter, Rice Krispies, peanut butter, and powdered sugar. Okay. I think I can get one more on that cookie sheet. I have, and then I have to prepare the next cookie sheet. Let's get a little bit of a crumble. There we go. And there we go. Okay. Yeah. Some people don't use Rice Krispies in these, but the Rice Krispies actually add like a nice little bit of like a crunchy texture to them, and they just also kind of like make it a little, kind of gives the food a little bit more body. So here is batch 1 of the bowls. Now I have to extract cookie sheet number 2. Wait, are you gonna bake them? No, the cookie sheet is just to keep the pans clean. Because what's ultimately going to happen is we're going to dip them in chocolate in the double boiler. So they'll get dipped in the chocolate, they're staying off to the side and continuing to cool off and solidify. Ooh, wow. Okay. Yeah, we're back. Continue to solidify, and then I will have the cookie sheet. Just makes cleanup so much easier. But yeah, they're chocolate peanut butter balls. Really great stuff. Like this is like my confection. This is like my favorite. This is my favorite treat of the season. Like I actually made these last year on stream, and I am going to make them. These are going to be a yearly thing. I love making these, and as a disciple of the peanut butter ball, it is my sworn duty to preach the ways of the peanut butter ball and to spread far and wide the greatness of this confectionery. It's just built into my blood, man. It's just built into my family's blood. Ooh, sweet. Cool. That all comes off as a reasonable chunk. Just keep on going. Because I am going to try and keep... This is reasonable. That's a reasonable sized ball. Can you use crunchy peanut butter? You probably could. I just think the texture would be a little bit rough if you used a crunchy peanut butter. I mean, I've only like traditionally made them with creamy, so that's just where my experience lies. Ooh. Oh man, this is going to be exciting. Well, work might get delayed tomorrow. If this keeps up. Oh boy. Oh, this is exciting. Granted, this is an item on my bucket list crossed off, so. I am more than okay with that. Now, see? There's like a glistening on my hand, but there's not like, my hand's not... I have a glaze, but not a coating. That's how the dough should behave. I want to make a peanut butter brew. I don't... Thing is, I don't think I've had a good peanut butter brew. Granted, I also don't think I've tried a lot of peanut butter brews. There's a craft brewery that doesn't exist where I live. It exists in the Lexington, Kentucky. It's called Blue Stallion. And one of the fun things about Blue Stallion, when you go to Blue Stallion, the brewery, their tap list is divided in half. One half of the tap list is European-style beers, done to style, and done to style well. Like, their mainstays are like Dunkel, Hefeweizen, Czech Pilsners, Hells. Their Hells is really good. They brew a mean Hells. But all like traditional but solidly made European styles of beer. Like, where do you find a craft brewery that does something like that? And then the other half of their tap selection is them embracing their crazy side. And they have, I really don't think I've tried it, is they have a peanut butter beer called Ya Damn Skimpy, based off the Skimpy peanut butter. And I have not had that beer. Because one of the issues with them is like they just brew really good like European styles of beer, and it's like, oh man, I just want like a good Dunkel. Dewclaw makes a good PB&J porter. Ooh. I think I've heard of Dewclaw, but that's more East Coast. I don't have access to that. I don't think I have access to that. Because a lot of the more regional breweries is I get a lot of Ohio breweries where I'm at. Granted, I don't complain because that gives me access to Rhinegeist, Great Lakes. I also recently, there's a kind of a new upcoming brewery based out of Cincinnati, Ohio, called Third Eye. Boy, oh boy, I got their Oktoberfest. They make a mean Oktoberfest. I really like their Oktoberfest. Really good stuff. As a person who is a huge, massive, crazy nutso fan for Oktoberfest, it was a rock solid Oktoberfest. I gotta go. That will turn out great. If I'm right, then oh, kind sir, save me some. I'll save you some, Yoshiharu. Great Lakes Elliotness is amazing. If I can get that, I will. Great Lakes Elliotness. Elliotness is pretty good. I mean, generally speaking, I'm a big fan of a lot of Great Lakes beers. They're Deschutes Gold. Yeah, you're good, sir. Oh no, I am a full. I am a person sharing the joys of the peanut butter ball, and I will certainly share the joys of the peanut butter ball to the masses who teach them the ways of the good confectionaries of my childhood. But yeah, actually, when it comes to Great Lakes, I am a huge fan of Commodore Perry and Edmund Fitzgerald. Like if I go to like a big liquor store and I can find some Edmund Fitzgerald, that is pretty solid a go-to for me. For like a porter style. Because there's not a lot of good porters, man. Because like as far as like mass market porters, where I'm at, Edmund Fitzgerald is like one of the big ones, and I mean of course there's Deschutes Brewing's oh gosh, what's it called? Obsidian? No. Oblivion Stout? No. Deschutes has a pretty big porter, but it's like Deschutes and Great Lakes are like the two main porters like I can like consistently find. Past that, it's seasonal stuff. Granted, it's also keeping track of the breweries, man. There's a Black Brew, yeah. Okay. I remember you mentioning you liking it, Haggle, and I was like, okay, if I just say enough words, he's gonna correct me at some point. So I'm gonna trust that. I'm gonna trust in my chat's desire to correct me. Okay. I'm getting kind of curious because I'm seeing some strange behavior here. Now my hands are okay. There's still water left. That's very important. It's very important. There's water left. Never had their obsidian. Is it good? I think my former the guy I used to share my house with was a big fan of their obsidian, and he gave me some one time, and it was good. Like I remember enjoying it, but I'm not a huge seeker of dark beer usually, unless it's Baltic Porter. Iron Hill used to have a good pig iron porter, closed last week though. Man, like that's one of the things that concerns me as a guy in the world who likes beer and appreciates beer, and one of the issues is in my life, my demand for beer is met by my own part of it is met by my own brewing activities. Which is kind of why which is probably one of the reasons why I buy too much beer nowadays, just because I know breweries are having it very tough right now with people cutting back on their alcohol consumption, which I mean, honestly, hey, if you want to take care of yourself, I am 100% like more power to you. But it has been sad watching, like amongst my friends right now, I'm the one who drinks the most. By far. And seeing how that has impacted a lot of the, because I mean, like a lot of these people who run these like craft breweries are like genuinely like cool people, like cool good people who just like want to do a cool thing. But craft beer boomed, and unfortunately we're now in the bus cycle of it, and I really wish things weren't this bleak for the industry because I actually like this industry. But I mean, unfortunately, I'm also part of the problem because I do drink NA stuff. I mean, I do like NA beer. And granted, there have been some breweries that have embraced the NA trend. But unfortunately, it's just going to become a hard world out there in beer. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Like, it just comes down to right sizing. Like, the market exploded. The market got saturated, and Iron Hill didn't need to have like 8 restaurants with full beer making capabilities. Ooh, oh gosh. Well, I mean, I heard weed was legalized again, so maybe it will bounce back. So the thing is with weed, that was all state. So a lot of the legalization on that has actually been done at the state level. Whereas I think the more recent regulations that have been passed have primarily pertained to THC containing products, which is like this weird class of products that utilize the chemicals in weed but aren't necessarily made from weed itself, and I think actual weed is still okay, at least as far as those places that have already legalized it. But then again, I don't keep up to date on the day-to-day of this. I'm glad I live in a legal state. Kentucky has been, I think we have slowly rolled out medical marijuana, is where things are at where I live. And now I'm out of dough, and now I get to lick my hands. Because goodness gracious, this dough tastes amazing. And I'm going to save this, because for after stream, I'm going to be licking a lot of this. Illegal here, but okay medical. Next to 2 legal states though, so in general they don't enforce here. Yeah. That's actually the interesting thing with my state, is that it's technically illegal, but the enforcement's kind of weak. Just because cops don't really care a whole lot. It deserves to be clean! Oh, yeah. This is plenty warm enough. Oh man, this feels so amazing on my hands. Oh my gosh, yes. Cops are like our agent, just views as wasting time to general to enforce. Nah. I think with cops in my area, it's just like they just don't care. It's like technically they got more important stuff to worry about, generally speaking. The kettle's about out of water. Not enough hot water to get my hands cleaned up. Uh-oh. What? What? What'd they do to you? What'd they do to you? Oh my goodness gracious. My paper towel is wet. And it was not wet before. Granted, I am honestly... You guys can't see anything. But, boy oh boy, do I have a fun thing to show at some point tonight. Okay. let's say my friend was a cop and said he didn't bother unless he needed it as a pretext for something else, mostly telling teenagers to get rid of it and come back for talking to. See, that's the thing, like, that drug is, like, very benign. We're gonna be doing a lot of drinking out of this bottle. Check me out, cop. I'm a 35-year-old VTuber drinking on stream. Let's see. I've lost a lot of water out of this. But as long as there's enough to cover that. Don't worry. I saved some for you. It's gonna be okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. We gotta move things along. For the times are changing, and they're not changing they're not necessarily changing in a positive way. Now, original reason why I bought this stuff was for this recipe, for particularly this recipe, because we have to melt Hershey bar, 1 bar paraffin wax, and package of chocolate. Ah, that's some good smelling burning cardboard. But yeah, that is the whole reason why this stuff exists in my life. And I have too much of it, and thank you once again to Dad's Old Shop for reminding me of other uses for this stuff. Cheers to you, buddy. So, we're gonna just... Oh gosh, yeah, I forgot. This stuff cuts difficultly, but that's fine. Because we're gonna kind of get it in big chunks, because... And essentially what this does in the recipe is it makes the chocolate more temperature stable. Is what it does. So that way, when you're holding the peanut butter chocolate bar, the chocolate just doesn't instant melt on your fingers. Woo! And I'm trying to cut it up and break it up like this. 2. Make it easier for it to melt. It melts easier with more surface area. Oh, this is an unintended side effect of... Ooh, I'm glad I'm trying. I am deeply glad I'm trying to move stream along. I had some inclination for the effects of some of the weather events that are occurring right now. And I'm also being reminded of some of the other effects of the weather events that are occurring right now. Should be. Pretty steamy, pretty warm. Granted, we're going to be upping the temperature with a piece of wood. Because I can. And I will. Wow. Oh gosh. Sit down time. Whew. Oh boy. What a wild time to be alive. Ah, I'm almost done. Well, with this part. There's still part 2. You ate the wax. Well, yeah, that's what I bought it for. Was to eat. That's what this stuff is here for. Oh, and early I'm screaming, but we watch it. Boy, oh boy. I sure do love the taste of paraffin wax in the morning. Well, evening. It's very evening right now. It's very evening. Now, granted, I do think I need to... Part of me wants to put a... Ixnay... Pronto Bay on this, but... The sad fact of the matter is I just have to wait. I just gotta wait. Because the paraffin wax doesn't melt as well as the chocolate does. You know what? But Kiss, I am actually very interested in expressing this situation. I figured you would do beeswax, but I guess petroleum, which isn't like... Well, I mean, paraffin wax is sold in the confectionery aisle, and it's like the recipe calls for paraffin wax, and it's like, well, okay, I can do that. I can follow the ways of my ancestors, even though, I mean, which is funny that you having this realization now is similar to some of the thoughts I had when I first was like going through this recipe and being like, okay, I gotta do that thing, then I have to do that thing, and then I have to do this other thing. Okay, that's fine. I can do all those things. I can certainly do those things. But yeah, I'm really trying to put the heat to this because I want I want this to melt quickly. Because right now, that's my time constraint right now. So, I'm probably going to want more than what I have here. Because I will not be following the... Oh, okay, we're back. So, I accidentally, mind you, set my basket of goodies, which this guy came from, which we're going fancy tonight for chocolate chips. But we got this going on, so I set it on an area where I have a lot of cables ran, and it's actually kind of funny because it actually causes like the stream to like bug out for like a minute, which I think is like really funny. It'll just be like, oh, stream's just not gonna work for like a minute, and it's just like, oh, okay, that's fine, I'm okay with that. Granted, I really appreciate it if paraffin wax would melt. I should have started this sooner. I should have. Darn it. Because the thing is like, the biggest thing I wish to avoid with the paraffin wax is I wish to avoid large pieces of it in my food. Like, I don't mind it, like, as a thing mixed in, but that thing needs heat, and needs a lot of heat, and needs it quickly. You don't want to eat bit of paraffin reasonable. See? I can be a reasonable guy sometimes. Not often, but sometimes. Whew. Ugh. But yeah, because I'm gonna commit to melting at least all this chocolate initially. Oh yeah, it's melting though. It's really melting. It's going in the direction I want it to, which is the important thing. Ooh, wait, there's another bit of wood there. I didn't realize I had another bit of wood. Oh, we're totally throwing a bit of wood on. I love me a good bit of wood. So, since I have myself a bit of time. Oh wait. Okay, so I got one big piece, but it's almost melted. You know what? I might save that for later then. I didn't think my paraffin wax was actually going to melt that quickly. What's my outdoor air temperature right now? I'm curious. 33 degrees. Lovely. And I think that might be... Ooh. Oh. Oh, chat. The paraffin's melted. Paraffin's melted. It's go time. Oh no. That would have been a really bad go time. I don't want all that waiting for the paraffin to melt, to go up in smoke. That would have been very bad. Would have been very bad for Sugi. Would have been so bad for Sugi. Sugi would not have liked that. Sugi would not have liked that at all. He would have been sad. He would have been sad. Ha! Dental Chop, you're a youngster. My grandma made me wax. Oh, wait. Actually, wait. My grandma made wax. No, that means I'm the youngster. No! I might be a whippersnapper. I might be into modern memes. Dun dun dun. Oh goodness gracious, there is something wrong with me. So now we just wait for gratuitous amounts of chocolate to melt. Which, considering while that is melting... No. We don't appreciate that meme around here. Back in November. Actually, we need the knife. We need the knife. We need to have a bit of talk here, sir. Bit of a talk here, sir. our plans for going to the Ren Fair got interrupted a little bit because my family makes me suffer for the suffering. Well, I sure do know enough reading to be able to understand the first 3 letters of your username. So I do understand that to an extent. But our Ren Fair plans kind of got a little bit like foobarred. Well, kind of interrupted because basically one of our friends was supposed to have his in process of becoming ex-wife take care of kids, and individual who was in process of becoming ex-wife looked to in process of becoming ex-husband and was like, hey, I am going to work, bye, here's the kids. And those kids knew memes. The memes those kids known. Terrified Sugi immensely. Scary memes, man. Scary memes. Which one of those being that which shall not be named, which technically is a meme from my generation. Memes, the DNA of us all. In the faraway land of the year 3000, a new technology has been developed called radiocarbon memes, and using these sequences of memes used in an individual's life as they've been exposed to the digital toxicity of the internet has been used as a dating mechanism for decades now, and has been considered one of great reliability due to the fact that this information has been considered relevant for a brief period of time before entering the fossil record, which only then gets referenced again and then like remixed again and then like, well, culture eats, builds, and poops on itself in incredibly fascinating ways, and that's really a thing you can really only appreciate once you like actually start getting into your 30s. I can't wait for more. Oh, Ziggy was here, yeah! Wait, was it Ziggy was here, or was it called something else? Cause, which is funny you mentioned that meme, because, Scrimbo, he had like a reference to that meme as part of his like debut stuff. Was it his debut stuff, or was it something else? But Scrimbo was making references to that particular meme, and I liked it. I really liked it. Granted, I actually really love Scrimbo. Scrimbo is a really solid example of a VTuber who has debuted recently, and I really, really like the guy. Yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Are we starting to get liquid chocolate? Guys, I think we're starting to achieve criticality. He streams at it weird, but he's cool. I like the model. Oh my gosh, the fact he owns his model. I love him to pieces. I love him to pieces for just owning that and being like, yes, this is who I am. The Socks VTuber agency picked up a hell of a gem in that individual. Like, I really look forward to seeing what he does in this world of VTubing. Like, I really don't. I can't even remember the last time I was excited for a new VTuber until him. I love anime, but also just like unique things. Yeah. I feel like he's got a plan. He's a man with a plan. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he wants to accomplish. And I think he is certified 100% cool guy. Because he's I feel like I cut that open. And I forgot I cut it open. No, not the chips! But I love it. I just adore the commitment to the bit from him. Like, he's incredible. I love him for that. I absolutely adore him for that. Oh boy. Ah, come on. I did not commit to opening that bag. I am lacking in commitment. I should learn from the ways of the Scrimbo. Okay. I think that should get me enough chocolate for the start. Nalitha is my favorite, but I'm weak to accents. Ah, okay. Funny enough, her debut was the one I saw the least of. Like, I adore Scrimbo to pieces, but I also kind of like ad-free. I like ad-free for like her like chaotic gremlin energy. Granted, I always kind of like that style of energy. And mix. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. I need to keep this ball rolling because I know I have. So one of the reasons why I am actually okay with streaming as long as I am, I'll have to check them out. I need more time. Well, funny enough, I actually ended up I was doing something. I think I was doing like something I was just doing something VTuber related for me. And then I just went to the internet. That's what it was. Like I was doing like some prep work for a stream online, and Ool's Lab was he was watching the Sox Agency's debuts, and that's how I discovered them. Because he was basically doing a watch along, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. He's checking out new VTubers. Okay, I'll do that while I work on my stuff. And that's what I did. And then I discovered Scrimbo and was like, oh my gosh, this man's built for me. Which, funny enough, this has basically been like my entire experience in VTubing right now has been like you start off with like one kind of VTuber, but then you just end up settling on like the VTubers who make you go, oh, they're just like for me, for real. And then those are like the ones that just become like your ultimate Oshis. Okay. I need water on that. How is snow falling there? It's chocolate dipping time, chat. It is chocolate dipping time. Which, these have actually had, thankfully, a bit of time to set. So, which is good. Which keeps them nice and firm. Like, then, whoop. Aha! Mint is my forever Oshi. I ended up watching her on VOD though. Oh, okay. I mean, Mint's cool. I mainly like Mint because one, she owns being a boomer, and then two, she likes Toho. So it's like, okay, that's two good reasons to like a VTuber right there. Like, they're a boomer and they like Toho. If you're a boomer and like Toho, Sugi will like you. Because Sugi loves Toho. But yeah, now it's just chocolate dipping at this point. Just sweet, wonderful, therapeutic chocolate dipping. Excellent points. Well, the thing is like, yeah, just easier to pick them up. I'm a massive Toho fan. So if I find out like someone like likes Toho, it's like, okay, you're automatically cool in my book. That's how I operate. That's how I operate. Is like, okay, this person likes Toho, they're cool with me. That's all I need to know. Damn it. I have exposed. I have unchocolated goodness. I'm not trying to make Buckeyes here. I am not from Ohio. Don't compare me to those uncultured swine. Actually, wait. Ohioans aren't even uncultured. They don't even know what culture is. Even though another favorite streamer of mine is from Ohio. Love you, Ohio, man. Hate your state with a burning passion of 1,000 suns, but I love you, though. I don't like the fact that the road sounds that wet. I don't like the fact the road sounds that wet. Granted, it seems like the snow's eased up a bit. Because right now it's a lot finer. Because earlier there were a couple snowflakes the size of my, like, pinky nail. And I was like, oh gosh. Thick snowflake snow. I don't think we're ready for this. I am certainly not ready for that. Might actually have to end up throwing the rest of that bag of chips at this rate, because I'll have another cookie sheet of. Because I've got 2 cookie sheets of these peanut butter balls, and once we get these chocolated, we're gonna get them chocolated. I'm gonna show everything, and then we're gonna be done for today. Because I've been outside for a while and it's cold. I mean, so this is actually the first stream this year I busted out my thermal pants for. I call them thermal pants. They're actually just fleece lined. And I got, like, here's the thing. Like, if you're looking for some, like, leg wear to, like, really keep you warm in some cold temperatures, look into getting some, like, fleece lined pants. They are absolutely incredible in cold temperatures. Because I've been out doing stuff in single digits in these pants, and I've managed to stay reasonably comfortable. Now, the thing is, with, like, the current temperatures, actually, I'll say this, like, it's cold, but there's 0 wind right now. Not a lot of wind, which makes it very easy to deal with the cold. Otherwise, dealing with the cold would be very challenging. Bloop. That's right, fire. Spread that positivity. We need positivity around here. It's the holiday season. We need some of that positivity. And speaking of positivity, there is a event going on called the Jingle Jam. And there is a certain individual. So the Jingle Jam is like this big charity streamer event that's going on. And there's a streamer who I think is pretty cool. His name is called the Nando. He is a Portuguese VTuber. And he's basically streaming for the event for 2 weeks. And on Monday, he was very kind to let me and Sir Zion come onto his channel and teach us Go. Go, the very ancient board game that is, honestly, in my opinion, a lot of fun. I like the spatial awareness control of that game. It scratches neurons in my brain that I don't off. There's very few games that scratch those neurons quite like Go. And it was nice to scratch those neurons again. And also, that was my very first collab I've ever participated in, so I was actually felt very honored to be a part of that. Even though he started off the collab by apologizing for not bringing me on sooner, and I'm like, dude, you got your PhD. Oh. You know what? We have enough. We have enough ball dipping to work. Oh, that's what's doing it. It's the cold. That's what's doing it. It's the cold. Oh. Oh. Sorry about that. But my iPhone went into low battery mode because guess what? It's getting cold out, and I thought the cold would actually help with my electronic equipment because I typically have overheating issues. Well, we are now getting into the realm of that cold. But yeah, going back to the Nando, the Jingle Jam, playing Go on this channel, all very fun experiences. I had a really good time on his channel. Ooh. Oh wait, did I crack off that ball? Or can I roll to incorporate? We'll roll to incorporate. It's the best way to do this. But yeah, had a really good time on this channel. Had a lot of fun learning Go. Definitely recommend anyone check the Nando out, and if you can, by all means, support the Jingle Jam and support some really good causes. Okay. I'm just gonna throw that amount of chocolate chips at it because I've been tearing through my chocolate supply. And then we'll just stir all this in. Because, not doing too bad on time. I've done worse. I've done really worse. Funny enough, I was actually planning on doing actually had it kind of sort of a third recipe lined up as a just in case all of what I had planned didn't take all that long, and yeah, that has not happened. That is not a concern. We're not worried about that. Come on, get down there. There we go. Remember, chat, triangles equals stability. Very important lesson. It will be on your woodworking quiz next month. Take notes. Uh-oh. We're in dark mode again. Dark mode! Bloop! One would think I would try to do these a little bit more in a quicker, somewhat more efficient manner, but you know what? There's a thing I believe in greatly, and it's a principle that I like to call trusting the process, or just believing in the process. And essentially what that boils down to is just enjoying what you're doing. Basically, it's understanding that you have a bit of a thing going and just enjoying that thing. I think that is very important and is honestly kind of missed out a little bit in our modern era. I don't, because so many people are like so quick, like they want quick results. But admittedly, I'm the type of person who genuinely doesn't think. I'm the type of person who genuinely thinks that quick results are rarely good results. So that's definitely not a big thing as far as I'm concerned. Because I am a huge fan of the slow and steady route for a result. Man, there's actually snow on the cookie tray. This has certainly been this has been a fun stream. This has truly been a fun stream. Admittedly, I wish I'd been a little bit quicker with my pacing on getting things done. But past that, I gotta say, this has been a very solid fun to do. Very solid fun to do. And oh, I was wondering what that noise was. So there's a water dripping noise right now, like water going through a gutter, whatever. And I've been sitting here wondering, like, where's that noise coming from? It's snowing right now. Like, So, let's change these guys out. Oh gosh, that tray is heavy. Whew. But yeah. So, what's happening right now is the warm air from the fire pit is rising up and melting the snow off my shade sail. It's also helping to keep snow off me right now. I mean, it's helping. Oh no, wait. I thought it wasn't snowing for a while. Now, I hope my floodlight comes back on before the end of the stream, because I do want to do a share. I do want to share like the snow accumulation, simply because I also just want to be like, hey, I stream in the snow. Save, ow, hot, save. Woo! Okay, buddy, you're getting full of yourself. You need to calm down. You need to calm down. Got plenty of water? Yeah, I got plenty of water. Oh, yep, we're back in light mode. We're back in light mode. Hell yeah, that's what I want. Hopefully it stays here. Oh. I'm glad I had those chocolate chips, because chocolate's getting very thin right now. It's taking a lot more time to get these guys covered. And I also think like the coating on them is getting kind of thick too. Now, if the coating ends up being a little broken up, that's honestly fine, because you know what? There's going to be a little bit of chocolate just sticking to the pan. And then I'm going to... That's actually a big thing what I will do with remaining chocolate in my pan. Is I'll use it to basically touch up the peanut butter balls. Whew. Whew. This has been a good day. I'm fairly happy with this day. Oh wow. Interesting. It's like the chocolate's not flowing as well. That's weird. Because normally this flows a lot better. As long as it's hot, it flows pretty well. Okay. So, I don't have a lot left, but I have a little bit. I'm going to throw all of my remainder at my chocolate. Because it's weird, because the chocolate's acting like it's not hot enough. That should not be a problem with that much water. That is plenty of boiling water. Okay, but you know what? I'm gonna say, if moving forward from this point, if some of these don't get like super fully coated, not gonna worry about it. It's gonna be too much work to really guesstimate the amount of chocolate that's gonna take to get these guys taken care of, and I don't want to worry about that. Instead, I'd rather just worry about getting them completed. It is nearly 9:30. Big guy. Biggest guy of the night, I think. No, it was more wax. Dad's little shop. I have to go into the shop to get wax, and I don't want to go into the shop. Because, you know, I don't want to go into my shop. Okay, so it's 33 degrees outside. My shop has... I am still growing tomato plants in my shop right now. Tomato plants don't like 33 degrees. I mean, granted... Well, actually, wait a second. The garage door is the quick route, whereas I could take like the long route around, and the long route's like not that bad, but still. Ugh. I'm not looking to add more wax. Granted, the chocolate's actually gotten like really thick, and I don't know why. It's gotten like really thick. Ooh, snow tomatoes, yes. I'm doing what I am currently attempting one of my next level gardening techniques, and that is snow tomatoes. I'm not good at it, but I do try. Holy smoke. Okay, come on. I can do better than that coverage. Actually, wait, what? It's not sticking to it. What's going on? Is this really why we add wax, to make it stick better? I was kind of hoping for that. Yeah, that's how it's acting. Which, here's the thing. We don't have a lot of chocolate left. We don't have a lot of peanut butter balls left. So, granted, I don't know if you keep it warm for too long if it does this or what. I don't know. It's funny because this is actually the first time I've seen chocolate behave like this. It's done to avoid the tempering process. Ah, okay. Well, you know what? I originally thought the wax was used to just make the chocolate more temperature stable. Ah. Well, I don't really care all that much. Because honestly, as far as like results are concerned, this is our last ball. So, you know what? Who cares? Who cares? Like, we're pretty much we're almost done. We're so almost done. Oh, we're so almost done. I'm so ready to be done. My bladder's about to... It doesn't have much of a snap. I don't think the chocolate shell is enough. Okay. And then we're gonna really take that heat off. That remaining chocolate. Because we definitely... Oh, come on! Damn it! Ah! Goodness gracious. My credentials. My credentials, man. You know what? I don't think you guys will be able to see it well. But I am determined to show this to you guys. So, guess what? You're going on a trip. Oh, I lost model. So, iPhone's dead now. Hi, chat. Streaming in the snow has been accomplished. Apparently, it has also been really terrible for my... Apparently, it's been real terrible for my iPhone's battery life, though. Because I clicked the button and essentially... that bad... Okay, so here's the thing. That bad boy cannot fit 400 board feet of lumber. The thing is, when the guy saw me show up with the Toyota Corolla, he was like, dude, man, where do you live? And I was like, oh, I live like... Because I think I live like 5 miles? No more than 5 miles from him. And he was like, okay, you're buying all this wood and you're also buying clamps from me. Throw me an extra 20 bucks and I'll do delivery. And I was like, sure. And it was like, cool. So we loaded the stuff up on his truck and like he came over to the homestead, delivered it, all that good stuff. So yeah. So I got I got really cheap delivery on ultra cheap lumber. Like, incredibly cheap lumber. So, I mean, hey, I have hauled so much lumber in that Toyota Corolla. Shucks, I have taken two sheets of 3/4 plywood. I threw a moving blanket on the hood, threw the sheets of plywood on top, and then ratchet strapped the 2 sheets of plywood to the top of the Corolla and drove home from Home Depot. One of the most sketch things I've done in like the last 3 years. One of the most sketch things I've done in the last 3 years. Which is funny because now oh dang, the Wright brothers would think that's yeah. Funny enough, so to ratchet strap the pieces of plywood to the Corolla, I dropped all the windows, ratchet strapped my pieces of plywood, made sure they didn't go anywhere, and then realized I had to get into the Toyota Corolla like a NASCAR car. That has been the only time I've had to jump through a window to get into a car. By far, one of the more, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about what I'm doing, but Jiminy Crickets, I'm committed at this point. Okay, now we're back in light mode. Oh, you know what? We're back in light mode. I can actually, yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Behold the wondrous snowy landscape of the homestead. Which, by the way, it's supposed to snow till morning. Which is kind of the reason I'm concerned, because I think we've got a solid inch of snow already. And yeah, if we've got an inch right now and it's supposed to snow all night long, holy smokes, there's going to be some snow tomorrow. Well, the roads might be covered. I mean, the snow is actually accumulating on the driveway, which that's not a good sign. If it accumulates on the driveway, that's a bad sign. But yeah. My goodness gracious, this has been a nearly 3-hour stream. This stream has went on for longer than I originally anticipated, but you know what? I had a ball. This is fun. I knew the snow was coming in, and I was like, you know what? I'd be okay with the snow. I'll be okay with the snow. Simply because I wanted to check a box that said I streamed while it was snowing, and I did it. I did not expect for that to impact my iPhone's battery life, though. So, right now, my iPhone has a heat shield on it, which is basically a piece of metal that keeps the campfire heat off of it. So, who knows? Maybe I should remove it so it gets a little bit of heat to stay a little bit warmer. But yeah, you do head out Dad's old shop. You have a wonderful evening. I am going to have a wonderful evening of throwing confectionaries into fridges and stuff, and also cleaning up an absolute atrocious mess I made. But with all that said, my name is Suki Yamagawa. Thank you very much to everyone who's tuned in to today's stream. This has been truly a blast of a stream. I've had a really good time. However, though, I have to blast fluids out of me. So, with all that, I'd like to say goodbye. Have a great rest of your day, night, evening, whatever it is, wherever you're at. And hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.